Okay, Krak-On roller time. We're gonna try to do some tower control matches. Maybe that'll go well. We will see. There is server maintenance at 8 o'clock. I've got 40 minutes. Hopefully we can get this done. Shouldn't be too terrible. I'm not terribly great with rollers. I did just have a hard time actually hitting things with the flicks because they're just very slow. And a lot of times, you know, even if I bop them with a horizontal, it ends up like that. And then we just trade, you know. So I'm not terribly great with these. And this kit is interesting. It has no real entry option other than Krak-On, but Krak-On puts a big giant pointer right where you're at and is like, hey, look, the Krak-On's over here. So it kind of is hard to slip in undetected. Curling bombs aren't, you know, necessarily great either at doing that without, you know, being spotted by someone. But at least they're better than Krak-On at doing it. Krak-On's nice for pushing things. I just get a little afraid of actually, you know, committing with Krak-On because it can put you in bad situations if you don't know how to use it very well, and I do not. But yeah, it's just a slow, powerful weapon with some decent hitboxes. Sometimes it is a little oddly difficult to like hit right and under you if you're up on a ledge because the ink flings a little bit. But see how it goes. I think we'll do one warm-up match real quick just to get into the flow of everything. I've been doing a couple of warm-up matches, but I want to get used to commentating for a bit, and this will give the VOD a little bit more value. I'm not a beacon guy, so I don't really know how to use them that well, so I'm just going to place them. Good. Just kind of walked right on up to that ledge. All right, we're going to get targeted with the whale. So I am going to go down here, maybe just put some ink down that I can move around with. And just start attacking at range. All right, that is the pro. Don't know why I was staying on that ledge there. It's uninkable, so I can't really move on it. Definitely want to stay where you have paint with this weapon. If you don't have paint, don't stay with it. Why did I land on that? That's interesting to say the least. All right, you see me. I know, I'm just backing up, giving you the space. Okay, well, there's the Splatter Shot Pro. All right, well, there is also a kill cone, but that's a roller thing. And it's very, very difficult to actually on the one shot at a decent distance if they are moving at all. Alright, so this is a bit rough. I've got to make sure I have some paint though, or else they will be just a little mean here. There's that kill cone in action being very annoying. Alright, well, no trade there. Unfortunately, our friend also was just kind of in his own separate fight and lost the Nautilus. Would be nice if we could teamwork together instead of teamworking apart. Okay, stay alive. Definitely a sneaky weapon for sure, since you do not have the curling bomb, so you can't rush. I'm gonna guard you. Okay, well, that got 2 kills. Unfortunately, again, since they have so many people right next to each other, they can get revenge kills pretty easily. We can't do that because we're just dying way too often, and we're not disengaging when we need to. That's not good. All right, I'll take the trade there. Okay, so we are struggling with painting a little too, and they do have beacons, so that's why they're spawning in so quickly. Hopefully I can, yeah, just get you there. Get rid of that, make sure they can't just jump in again. Need to put my own beacons down, please let me. All right, time for a Krak-On. Do you believe someone's maybe coming in from behind? Never mind, I don't know really what's happening here, but that's fine. I'll just kind of stay behind, play the terrain to our advantage. I'll take the trade there. That's fine with me, as long as our teammates see we're doing the thing that they were doing at the start. Once you can kind of get that groove going with your teammates, it's going to be much easier to actually start pushing things. Still going to play it a little slow. I am more of a passive player, so I do like to wait for my kills. I'm just jumping out here. No need for me to be right in there, especially since we had beacons. That didn't really happen greatly. Thankfully, our friend did have a chump queued into one after they got broke, so that's fine. All right, that'll take you out. There is a bit of a delay between the actual hit going off too, which is interesting. Alright, just kind of swatted this. The vacuum is pretty nice for us to have as well, just guard us. So, interesting first match for sure. The weapon is hard for me to use. I am not great at using it. So, we'll have about 35 minutes to maybe get something rolling in the way of winning. I like tower control for it because if you are on the back foot, the objective is at least moving towards you, unlike something like Splat zones. But you can still keep pushing forward and you can play around the objective somewhat decently if you're not having to ride. And you can attack it decently as well. You can also be blocked by the pole. It really just depends. Definitely need to use more verticals, but I just do not feel safe with them. Like you'll see me, you saw me try to hit the Nautilus at the very end there with some verticals, and there's also the platform poking thing you can do with it. You know, it's interesting because that can very easily just kind of miss and not do anything at all. It's not good enough range for that, but there is a weird sweet spot. Like, yeah, you can shoot up into the air, but it can still miss pretty easily, so you've got to have a good enough angle. And even then, it's still just pretty difficult. There is a sweet spot you got to get where it's actually attacking. This might be a little easier to show. You know, it can be good if you can poke right over that edge, but if it's pretty tall like this one, I mean, it's easier if you do just like this. Obviously can't reach this player, but I can, you know, even do that against that, which is nice. It is really nice for ledge poking. Maybe not as good as something like a Slosher or Splatana, which can go a little further, but pretty good if you get used to it. Oh, this is, oh, very interesting. All right, match number 1, double Krak-On with our Tetradillies. That's an interesting matchup. They don't have a charger, thankfully, so we don't have to worry too much about getting sniped from long distances. Still need to be careful here. I am just going to throw some verticals for poking and just back up because the blaster is trying to be aggressive here. In fact, they're trying to double team, so we're going to try to stop them from doing that. I don't really know where the Slosher's at. I'm going to guard my Krak-On friend here. All right, you're down. Oh, you had a plan there. He very much had a plan. That is the new one. It has splashdown. It does not have bubble, so I do need to be careful about that. We're losing. We lost everyone. That's not good. This is a good weapon to be stealthy with, if you can, if you have the paint for it. If you don't have the paint for it, you might struggle a little bit. It can paint okay, burst-wise, but it's not perfect. All right, we'll take you out. Hopefully that doesn't take me out. Got it recovered. Got to try to at least. All right, we're just going to roll right on over you. It is helpful to get up close and personal with the player, too, because there is a kill cone on it. Unfortunately, I believe those are the glue guys. Yes, that picked me off there. We're just kind of struggling getting into mid. Again, our team is very interesting with paint. We do like a mid line, and our painting options are rollers, which are not great at painting. So we just need to try to paint ourselves in, and that's what we're going to try to do here. You can, again, paint yourself in okay. It's not great, especially if they have mid-range options. Yeah, and he just kept pressing there. We didn't have a teammate helping us kind of keep our backs safe. Again, this is just going to be rough. Thankfully, it seems like they're just kind of stalling, but if they're going to keep this ambush game up, we can't really do much. We don't have bombs to poke with. The only bomb we have is this guy's bomb, and we have a wall, and that's about it for range stuff. Beacons aren't doing anything for us at all, which is not nice. I should have probably just waited here. And I can't even get close much to this Slosher, so we're going to try to do everything we can. But again, if I were better with the vertical fix, we might be able to do a little more, but this is just an incredibly rough matchup-wise. This is why, again, I've complained about it quite a bit before, but anarchy matchmaking, not fun whenever it does stuff like this. There needs to be a little bit of a semblance there. Gonna try to get in close there, but our paint is pretty much immediately removed. Again, if we're struggling with paint, which this weapon just does struggle a lot with on its own, it's gonna be a rough match. We had a good match before this, but unfortunately, this one was just not supposed to go very well. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, what do you do there? Farm Krak-On, I guess. Hope it does something, but they can just back up, farm for their Zuka. Again, this is why this is a challenge, because this weapon is not a weapon I like to use, especially defensively. Beacons do absolutely nothing there. You can maybe place one down and you'll use up most of your ink tank for a tiny little meat shield. But whenever you are poked at mid ranges there, your best bet is to have a lot of paint. But these are all 4 weapons that like to have someone else painting for them. So when your Tetra is the one painting the most, it's not going to go very well. So a little sad, but we'll try to remember to use our verticals a little more. And farm for our Krak-On, because you can still hang back a little bit. Unfortunately, they did have a Zuka, which is very oppressive, especially with what we had. We had a Reef Slider and 2 Krak-On, so very short range specials. One can get in a little bit farther because it is a Krak-On and it's a little bit more mobile. And we did have strikes, but you know, they only work so hard whenever you don't get any of them. And our backline was the only one alive, so he just kind of kept getting bullied whenever he was pushed back all by himself and we weren't really alive to do much. But that's fine. We'll learn it. We'll learn it. Okay, maybe we'll get a better team this time. Because, again, 2 rollers. I mean, 3 Slayers. 2 rollers, Tetras, Slayer, 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 backline, no midline, no support. And if you want to consider the Krak-On support, then you have 2 supports, 1 Slayer, but this does not paint good enough to be just a support. Alright. Okay, so we're dealing with blasters this time, which can be a little scary. This guy also outranges us, so we do need to be careful and just try to be stealthy. We did lose 2 people right off the bat, so we are immediately on the back foot. We're gonna just play this stealthily here. Unfortunately, another team with not great paint. We do have a well string though, which is nice. I don't expect our dualies to be painting very much. That's why I don't really consider him much for paint, but he can if he absolutely has to. Try to help our friend in that fight. It did go well. They're still pushing though. Okay, they're not pushing anymore. Range blaster, get close to him, take him out. That is one nice thing. You do have a decent kill confirm at very close ranges. Just remember, you have a kill count. So if you do miss someone that's moving pretty quickly, you like that, you know, you can very easily just miss them. All right, take you out. I'm just going to retreat now because our teammates are probably going to be able to easily bring up the back line now. I can use our Ninja Squid to move in nicely, attack over the ledge there. Remember, you are similar to a Slosher where you do have that ability to actually attack over ledges and stuff. Sacrificed his life to get me off of the platform, so I guess that was smart of him. So that was the last thing he could really do there. All right, we're going to get right back in. So I don't think they saw me yet. That Autobomb did not lock onto me. All right, good. I'm gonna keep just attacking up here, maybe taking out their NZAP and just trying to be a nuisance on this ledge because, again, I've said this before, but this is a great ledge poking weapon. Did get attacked by the decent ledge, under ledge poking weapon, but that's fine because our teammates were bringing up that backline pretty well and we were able to secure the win. Really nice. See? And then you have games like that where it goes pretty well. I did not notice the well string at first. When I said the thing about paint, I noticed it and was like, never mind, we actually have some pretty good paint. And, you know, it went so much better. It goes so much better when you have paint when you're playing a roller. You know, you can actually just slide right on into a good sharking position and just bop people. Okay. Yeah, we'll stick with that team. Again, pretty nice, honestly. You have your standard Slayer and then something that I can do, just kind of pick up some free kills when people are distracted. A painter, that's pretty good. Even though our Tri-Stringer painted more than them, but that's fine. And then our Tri-Stringer has a good backline. I think that can be really nice. And like even then, even without the well string, we can still work with the paint, especially from the splashdowns and the curling bombs that come out of the Imperi dualies. So that's nice. Okay, so they're gonna have a lot of paint, but we have a lot of paint though. Okay, so since we do have a very good amount of paint this time, we trussed out the wall string for the Aniki Nova, which will be nice. They'll be getting a lot of inkjets for us. We do need to be careful. They do have a lot of paint on their team, so they can get rid of ours pretty easily if we give up some space. So I think what we'll want to do, I believe someone really likes their sub-weapons. That's what it feels like right now. All right, we'll try to take 2 out there. I only got 1. Not amazing. Thankfully, he only has enough. Is it double auto? No, they're just throwing quite a few auto bombs. It is a very heavy sub-weapon team, though, because that's what those weapons like to do. Oh, I'm sorry, friend. I tried. I really did. Nice. Okay. Teamwork. Teamwork. Gonna slosh this over the tower pole. Is this guy still over here? He is not. He's moving around this way. Get rid of their stringer. I'm gonna try to slide forward. I'm gonna get uncovered by that. Hopefully they didn't see any little movement there, or they will be able to stop me. Can't trade there, but they have some heavy damage. I'm gonna go ahead and just crack in now. Try to scare them backwards. Block off their movement space here. Telegraph that I am going to throw a charge attack out there. We did lose a lot of people, so we do need to be careful. If they throw a bomb down here, I'm probably in trouble. But they don't quite know I'm here yet, so I maybe want to try for a flank if they don't see me. Thankfully, our friend did get a shot off over there, so that's nice. All right, that's good. He already had some damage, so the kill count was a little more consistent there. Nice. Oh, tried to do the flick there. Thankfully, he didn't really close in the kill there. He was afraid of my one shot, which is nice. You do have some pressure with that. Slide right on this way. Okay, that was a little bit too quick of a trigger pull there. They still aren't too inclined to actually attack me because they do have some more scary threats there. Their stringer is getting oddly close in. I'm gonna try to help you out, my friend. If he gets into a fight, I do want to maybe help him clean up. Down here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and crack in. Yeah, you can't really do much against me. And just try to get as much damage as we can off. Alright, he's probably gonna start shooting at me, so we just need to be careful. Gonna help anyone who's trying to climb on tower. We have the lead now, not a very large lead though. So we're just gonna try to poke this ledge here, make sure they can't actually attack that. Our friend got 2 kills. I need to start moving in. Pick up any free kills along the way. That they're not really looking for. I do have Kraken now. You can get your Kraken a lot if you are fighting very heavy paint teams, and these guys are really just feeding. Like, that was not a really smart move since he did have a bomb, and they really couldn't do much against the inkjet, especially since they were backed up to their platform. So thankfully, since our friends are just painting so much, allowing us to, you know, just kind of support any kills that they weren't getting, since they were getting quite a few. It was really nice work of our teammates there. A really fun match. Didn't use hardly any beacons. I believe the one beacon that I did use was just for paint on my feet. which is a use for it, but that's a lot of ink to just use for one little splotch on our feet. We'll stay with it though. They're doing a really good job. Maybe could have played a little bit better on the flank. Does my mic sound a little weird? Sounds a little loud. Is it up too high? It is up too high. Okay. My audio mixing is very odd. Did I have it that high before then? Because the sounds... Yeah, I can barely hear myself now. I don't know why it was like that, but apparently my mic gain was turned down before. Now it's turned up. I'm hoping that crackling is not coming through the audio, though. Need to not edit my audio too much while I'm recording, because that will just kind of throw everything off. About halfway through, which won't be amazing. Double backline. Brush is going to be interesting. Okay, so we need to be careful of the brush since they are a very flank heavy weapon similar to us. And they can very easily trap us with a bomb. So if we are just hiding in a patch of ink and a random stray bomb comes at us, we have to be careful. Double backline is also going to be a bit of an issue for us because we do have some issues pushing up against these guys. We're going to try this here. All right, that was a bad aim on my part. I probably could have actually swatted him there, but that's fine. Go ahead and throw this out. I'm sorry, friend. I tried to block the bomb, but I could not get up on tower in time. All right, stay alive. So we are going to jump up here. Try to take our friend out. So that is where the hitbox on the roller is a bit odd. You saw I did swat there, but not a single hit went off. It's a peculiar hitbox for sure. Even when you are tracking, you know, it's not like a slosher. Sometimes you will just miss that shot. Who is... Okay, that is still the roller. Or not the roller. Used to be a roller, but now it's a brush. And this is a very fast weapon anyways, just for skirmishing. Alright, yeah, if you rush me, I'm fine. Because you don't... So brushes are easily able to pick you off if you are surprised, but if you're not surprised by them, you can easily just kind of back them off because you do have higher damage per hit. You're just going to rush, so hopefully I can get something going off here, at the very least with the Kraken. Going to try to play this correctly here with our friend in these firefights. Going to back away from our Hydra friend, though. Hopefully he doesn't have enough charge to do the much. All right, we'll come from behind on our team. Try to get this brush. Not really sure what he's doing. I thought I was out of the range of that. That's why I didn't make a defensive play there. I was still trying to attack. Unfortunately, it did not roll far enough. I did just kind of blind that. That's fine, though. We're down to 45. And again, this is where the bombs can be annoying because you do struggle sometimes to move out of the way of them. I see our friend here. You're going to get swatted. Because it is, again, this is an amazing sharking weapon. This is the sharking weapon. You have decent range on that one shot. So if you can hit it while someone is not trying to evade you, it's pretty nice. And you can tell that I really like to use it for that instead of, you know, just being purely aggressive. All right, you are trying to ninja squid your way around. I'm not going to let you. All right, we're just going to back right on up here. Hydra is actually pretty far down here. I do hear the brush moving. See, you saw the hitbox just kind of go straight over that guy, which can be bad. Take out the Hydra there. Again, he's doing very weird flanking attempts. So we'll just stop him with that. Take care of you. I see the brush now. We'll just wait him out. Get him some, maybe with some damage. This is where you probably want to use your vertical flick a little more for some of that reach. Even if it's not terribly high damage, any damage will help in long games like that. Okay, he did just laser me down there. We're still fine, though. All right, go ahead and Kraken. Use this to kind of back them off, maybe scare them a little bit. Yes, I do know there's server maintenance going on to date the video a little bit. Try to help our friend out there. I'm sorry I didn't have enough range on that. I'm just trying to be sure that I hit consistent damage when I am trying to beat Chip and not just, you know, go for the pinpoint strikes. All right, keep hiding down here. They still don't really expect us, you know, since they're not shooting at us immediately here. So I'm just going to try to slowly... Oh, I hit him with some damage. We can actually open our map here. Find out where he's at. He still had some damage on him, so he's going to be right down here. Okay, that didn't happen. I think he bumped into me, but I did miss that one. That wasn't one where it looked like it should have hit him. It was just one that went completely behind him. Gonna jump in here. Our nice... unfortunate that there was a suction bomb there, but our nice stealth jump will help us if we do get into a bad situation there. We'll jump into our in-parry friends. Take you out. I don't think he expected me to move immediately. So that kind of gave me... And thankfully, our friends did paint over that spot, so that was great for us. Nice. Okay, I do have to make a quick move here to get this jump. Punish this. All right, that's fine. Nice. Good deal. Good deal. They can't really stop me here unless they get some range on me. But he did just run straight at me. This is kind of their final gambit, and they really couldn't do much because this thing is strong if you get it into a good position where people can't immediately start affecting it. I was right behind that signboard wall thing there. Pillar, post, whatever you want to call it. And the tower was also blocking them. The best thing they could have done is throw a splat bomb at me, but they chose to actually engage with their main weapon, which was not great for them because splatter shot didn't have a clear shot and the brush was just way too close to actually survive a normal flick there. So very, very, very nice third win. That is a lot. That was a really nice game. Again, when we have a lot of paint to move around with, this weapon really feels nice. It's just map dependent and mode dependent and weapon team comp dependent. We have 13 minutes left, but that's fine. Thankfully, we got that done. That was very much nice that we could get that done. I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, I guess that's it for the Krak-On roller. 3 wins. We did get 3 wins with it, right? Had 1 loss and 3 wins, if I can find that. I'm pretty sure we did. If not, I'll have to record it later, but I'm pretty sure we got it. Either way, thank you for watching. I will finish wrapping up the rest of this recording stuff, and I'll see you for whatever I have next. I have a lot of stuff actually I have to get on the VOD channel that I haven't really been working towards, because uploads have been weird. Either way, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.